Maybe you're listening, but I don't want you to sell yourself short for him or any other man because they're not worth selling yourself short for or letting them get in too deep to change who you are. Because from what I've seen within this last year, I've seen a lot of growth within you. So don't let anyone change that or take that away from you. Okay? Because you've come a long way. You've gotten back to your family. You started making yourself whole again. Look at how your little boy is responding now. Look at how the relationship is blossoming with you and your daughter. And look at what you're doing. Your books are in places that you may not have thought that they would be in. People are contacting you, and you're doing more books. And you remember that he was one person that you said put your book out there without your knowledge. So there's that underlying stuff that's still going on. And like I had mentioned before, he may not have evolved yet, and he may not be ready. He may not know, or he may not have ever been shown. But it seems as though you're moving at a steady pace. And that's a pace that you seem to be comfortable with because you seem to be doing such a wonderful job. And I'm very proud of you because I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, you were all over the place. But it's this calm demeanor that you have. And you may have some stuff up your sleeve. Now, I just don't know what it is, but I'll find out. Where can readers connect with you and keep up with your work?
Well, I'm on a lot of social media platforms as author Nicole Les Brown. That's on Twitter, which is now X, TikTok, Instagram, and I'm on Facebook as Nicole Sharon Brown. And I also have a fan page, Outstanding Poet and Author Nicole Les Brown. That's on Facebook. And I'm on LinkedIn as author Nicole Les Brown.
Okay, you've gotten it all. Jeanette sent something out to you and said, yes, she does. She would be perfect. And I believe she may be talking about Jill Scott
Hmm.
when we're discussing Jill Scott, but take that shot. You never know. But I, again, and as always, and I'm going to tell everybody, we had someone else that was scheduled to appear tonight, but they fell under the weather. And as always, I always can reach out to my girl here. She's always had my back. She always got something to say. She got new books coming out, and we may be absent from each other for maybe weeks at a time, but there's always something going on with Nicole S. Brown. And I want to thank you, Nicole, for joining us tonight and for sharing your next book. Yes, I am still in love with you. There ain't nothing wrong with still being in love with somebody. Just be careful and be mindful about the steps that you take. Now, by now, I'd be inviting you to join me for my next show. But as we wrap up the year, we here at the Crew Podcast Network and Basic Black After Dark want to extend a special invitation to you. Join us on December 31st at 8 p.m. for one unforgettable evening of real talk, podcast highlights, and so much more. I'm gonna have all my girls with me. We're gonna be all together that night. All my podcast sisters. And you're gonna, if you haven't met her yet, you're gonna meet our producer, Angela Thomas Smith. So let's close out this year together in style. Well, we can't help but close it out in style because that's who we are with the Crew Podcast Network. So don't miss it. Thank you, everybody, for taking this journey with me. Hopefully, no, I take that back. I'm going to see you next year, 2025. I got some good stuff coming up, but I'm not going to let it out yet. But keep watching because I'm going to start letting out those little pieces. Hang on to them, put them together, and you're going to see what I'm going to be all about next year because I'm just going to be about all of that. Thank you guys for having me in your living room, your bed. Well, I ain't gonna say your bedroom because you could be married. I ain't gonna say your bedroom. I'm gonna try to stay away from that a little bit. But thank you for having me in your company. and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you all. Good night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And thank you again for joining us. Appreciate you all.